8215 covers geometric sequence. Geometric sequence is a non-linear function. So basically what this states here is you're given the equation f of x. Remember f of x is the same as y. F of x represents function notation, so it is a function. As mentioned, it is non-linear, so this line is not straight. A, b, and x. A basically is the first term in the sequence. So when they list off a bunch of numbers, it is the first term in the sequence. That's what A is. B is the common difference, and the common difference is usually found with multiplication. So to get from one term to the next, there's multiplication happening. X is your to find out your nth term or a certain number in a sequence, and that will be shown here shortly. So in part A, we need to write an equation in the form f of x equals abx for the geometric sequence. There is that geometric sequence. Now we'll substitute in information that we know. Reminder, A is the first term in the sequence. Well, here's that sequence. The first term in the sequence is 2, so A will be 2. That gets multiplied by B. B is your common difference. Remember, in a geometric sequence, multiplication is happening here. So from 2 to 6, that's multiplied by 3. 6 to 18, multiplied by 3, times 3 to get the next term. So our common difference here is our B value is 3, and then x would be our exponent. That's how we would set up an equation for a geometric sequence. Part B, you have to find the ninth term in the sequence. And remember, you set up a table for this. It would look something similar to this. Here's our table, and we took those values for x right up in the question up there, 1, 2, 3. So basically it would follow the same sequence. 2 would follow with 0, and then you would have 6, 18, and 54 would be those terms for y. To figure out the ninth term in the sequence, well, here is your first term. Here is your second term. Here would be our third term and our fourth term. And remember what we need to find. They want us to find what is that ninth term. Well, if you look at it, the first term is 0 for x. So that's what you would put in for x up in your equation up here. The second term is 1. The third term is 2. The fourth term is 3. So the ninth term is going to be 8. So we would substitute in 8 for our equation up above. So we'd have f of x equals 2 times 3, and in for x we would put in 8. Now, order of operations says that you take care of your exponents first. So we would put in 3 to the 8th power in our calculator. Then we would multiply by 2, and we would come up with 13,122. So this would be our ninth term in the sequence. Same in this example, says which equation can be used to generate the geometric sequence. There's that sequence. It tells us that we're going to start with 0, 1, 2, 3. Well, remember when you write an equation here, we have f of x equals a. Our a term is the first term in the sequence, so that would be 3, which would rule out a and b. So we'd have 2 left to determine. So we'd have 3, that would be our a term. Our b term is that common difference. So that's found by multiplication with geometric sequence. So how would we get from 3 to 6? Well, we would multiply by 2. 6 to 12, multiply by 2, multiply by 2. So you're multiplying by 2, so this would be our only option here, is B for our answer for the geometric sequence. Part 3, they give us the sequence 128 and 1/2 x. They give us the sequence, they give us what we need to put in for x. We need to find that 10th term. So what I'd do is I'd go ahead and set up a table, your xy table. Your xy values, it starts with 0, so we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and then we would go down and list off what they would line up with. Well, the first term in the sequence is 128, so 128, 64, 32, and 16. Now we have to find the 10th term in the sequence. Well, here's the first term, second term, third term, fourth term. We need to find the 10th term. So the first term you would put in 0 for x, the second term 1 for x, 2 for x, the fourth term 3 for x. So everything is decreasing by 1 there. So the 10th term we would put in 9 for x. When I put in 9 for x, remember I would have to put it in up here. So I'd have 1/2 to the 9th power. Take care of your exponents first. Multiply by 128, and your answer is C, 1/4. This will conclude 8215 geometric sequence.